Greetings, people of the world. My name is Gene Goldenstein. Previously, we talked about the genomes of the fish. Unfortunately, Goji Guy, in his recent stream at the time of this recording, he said he shall ignore all shark hybrids because, in his quotes, they are overused and boring, which includes the fish, so he won't participate in a fight against Vex or any other hybrid creature. So, as typical, I went on Discord and asked some of my colleagues to help out with hybrids. Already, I've made plenty of other hybrids, some with ridiculous names, but compatible and practical genomes. So, as usual, I look at my hybrid list. Then, something catches my eye. A hybrid that we've made since the fall of the Jurassic World, and is the world's third most successful hybrid. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the name literally means the oceanic dictator lizard, and for good reasons. Currently, we have two specimens, one of them relatively new, and another dated back to 2015. That specimen is named after the character of Star Trek, Khan. The second member is named Kaga. She's relatively new. The name Kaga is named after the Azure Lane character of the same name. This is the second time we used the name Kaga, the first time being a member of the fish. Speaking of the topic of the fish, you want to talk about siblings, including Poseidon, due to what Goji Guy said. Rewind if you missed it. With that out of the way, let's talk about the size. Khan will be our template. With a length of 10 meters long, diameter of 1.8 meters, and a weight of 4 tons, this animal is no small foe. For starters, one thing to know about Vex, she kills tylosaurs. Her parent, quote-unquote, is a tylosaur in her genome, which she killed with ease. However, what mosasaur can we use to actually put up a fight against Vex? Short answer, Prognathodon, because they have a proper size, inner ear, a great bite force, and strong metabolism, along with their Jacobson's organ, aka a forked tongue. The only downside about the mosasaurs, they're slow, unless you account the prehistoric planet study about Mosasaurus hoffmanni. So, for starters, how to make a normal Prognathodon into a fast killer that can reach 33 to 35 miles per hour. So, we used the body plan of the slender Basilosaurus and the tail of a sailfish, perfect for speed. The only downside is fatigue. But fortunately, we have a solution to that. Bottlenose dolphin. They have a high resilience to fatigue, which is great for an animal since they are known for going extremely fast. Plus, they are also very intelligent and, among other things, savage. Since this mosasaur is an ambush hunter, we give it the eyes of a marlin. They are very similar to human eyes, but they can see very well and they can use their eyes to look around and look up at their prey, similar to how humans would look up using their eyes. But they are more advanced than a human eye. Then there is the problem of staying underwater very long. Mosasaurs don't have gills, and we don't know much about mosasaur lungs, but for Prognathodon, the lungs are not a problem. But we want this mosasaur to be underwater as long as Vex. So we use the bladder of a gar, an alligator gar to be precise. Plus, you can also use the alligator gar again for its armor. They have interlocking scales, by the way, which should be enough to withstand most bites. Next is the skull ligaments. We are using the ligaments of a tylosaur skull to make it resemble the shape of a tylosaur. Plus, tylosaur skulls are great for ramming things, similar to those of an orca. For teeth, we use teeth of bull sharks. Bull shark teeth needs no introduction. They are very good for doing heavy damage to victims like fish and even humans. Plus, bull shark teeth can be enough to take out any other prey like turtles. Like the tiger shark teeth of the fish, we use the right teeth for the right job. Now with teeth out of the way, now is the time to talk about how does an animal detect prey. We use, once again, from the fish, sand tiger shark genes for the ambuli of Lorenzini, which is able to detect electrical fields in the current. They are so sensitive, they can detect 10 billionth of a volt. So, with that out of the way, how to make a victim bleed more so it can bleed to death after being bitten with the bull shark-like teeth? The solution? The saliva of lampreys. If you don't know, lampreys use their saliva to make the victim bleed more, allowing the lamprey to get a constant flow of blood. For our hybrid mosasaur, this allows the animal to let the victim bleed to death. Before I reveal you to the design, I'll show you the stats of bite force, speed, and what this animal eats. I'll give you guys a few moments. But now, get ready for the oceanic dictator lizard. It's September of 2015. In the same way how we made the mosasaur for Jurassic World, Khan was born. He is our first ever hybrid, and one that we are very happy with. Although the company at the time, the newly founded Gold Science, was a bit greedy. They wanted to prepare Khan for any possible conflict if the InGen mosasaur would have breached containment. So they trained it with every possible measures, which is almost similar to torture, until he reached the year 5. By this point, he was a subadult, a teenager, and a relatively aggressive teenager. And it was that day when Gold Silence decided to make another hybrid in response to what Goji Industries had made. Vex. That being the fish of the underworld, the fish and its 6 siblings. All focus were going on the sharks, leaving Khan in the dark, even in the classified files, for a very, very long time, until a hurricane in Florida breached Khan out of containment and out into the Gulf of Mexico, where he would stay until the year of 10, which is now in the year 2025. So far, he has not encountered the fish yet, but I assure you, this will not happen. The fish and Khan will not. Hey guys, Gene here. We have just got news that the fish was found dead, washed off on shore, cut in half. One suspect remains certain. Khan killed the shark. It's been a while since the fish died, and we just got news from an orbiting satellite. Khan has moved all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. From there, he has made the Mediterranean Sea his territory, which is kind of concerning because, again, at the time of recording, Vex is near the Baltic Sea. And if these two would meet, we might experience what would happen to the fish all over again. We have placed warnings for the beaches around if Khan is active, so far without success. This might be my last recording, so for those who are watching this footage, continue the hybrid war. Keep creating hybrids. Avoid the Mediterranean Sea at all costs. Farewell.